This is my old house that I've had in the Young Life SMP for not throughout the beginning of the series, but for quite a decent time. This was actually my third house remodeled because I used to live somewhere within the Young Life vicinity until I relocated my house, but at a bigger scale. Then I finally changed it to this house. Now, if you may notice, you see that. Don't worry, this is an old copy because I kind of forgot to take some footage. So, yeah. Anyway, coming inside, pretty much we have the old kitchen with the old physical of building of vanilla items of the table, the fridge, the sink, and what have you, and obviously the bathroom, which was also the vanilla kind of built, as well as my upstairs with my TV, which at the time when we had the plugins, we had that one image plugin, which was great. And then obviously my room. Now here's the deal, and we're gonna come back outside. Okay, we're gonna come outside. We're gonna come outside, and we are going to pretty much just come right here towards the dot right here, and with a little bit of a, yeah, I know my transition probably was terrible. As a matter of fact, that I can't actually snap, but you may notice, well, the signs are back. I forgot about the freaking Squidward. Anyway, as you can tell, my house is gone. Well, bare bone minimum, almost completely gone. The only thing that has not been dealt with yet, if we was come down here, and go down here, you can see that all my storage here is gone. If you was to come down here, all my storage on these floors are also gone, except for the materials of the rooms. That's not gone yet, but that will be on the agenda next. We haven't got that far yet. And then all the storage down here is gone. The farm is obviously not gone. Like I said, obviously the animals are not gone yet. The secrets are open. Obviously all the stuff, like, okay, this isn't gone yet, but this will be soon. It's actually gonna probably, yeah, something. It's still gonna be the deal. It's just something's gonna happen there. Anyway, coming down here, everything here is gone. Even the secret room over there is open. Even over here is gone. And speaking of which, if we go back to those secret rooms, so we climb up and we go all the way. I hear the dripstones, that's what I hear. We come down this way, keep going all the way down. We go down this way. The vault room is empty. This room is still here. The materials are gonna go eventually. And even the little secret room right here, which actually this was just empty as it is. It used to have a purpose, but the purpose got relocated. Anyway, the point is, it's all gone. Now you're probably wondering, what happened to all my stuff? Now, first things first, I know well on what everything happened, so there's no SMP member to blame or anything like that. So nobody's being held accountable or anything like that for now. Not that I know that any event's gonna happen. But yeah, and if you're noticing as well, since my house disappeared, does that mean the same thing with Karen's? Well, in the technicality, yes. Hers as well has actually kind of already went through the start process. It's just the old one still stands. The old one has not been taken down. Now you're probably wondering, by the judge of my house being disappeared and everything like that, and you probably know by the title, I'm moving, or at least it looks like I'm moving. And you know what? You're absolutely correct. I am moving. So, if we can do the good old, and now we are in the middle of the ocean inside a boat. Now, why? Well, we keep strolling. We keep strolling this way. You're gonna see another boat. I actually don't know whose boat that is. Okay, we need to turn a little bit this way. Oh wait, no, we're not. You now see these barriers, and then you're now seeing this. This right here is my brand new house, which we already have a visitor. And you may notice that they are shifting looking. They're gonna have some weird looks to them. That is because I have a new resource pack. Big thanks to Dan on his new... Ouch. Okay, sir. You don't have to shoot me to get the attention I'm showing everybody this new feature you, okay? We see it. We see it. Get away. Or die. Whichever. You're limited. That's all that matters. Anyway, as I was saying, thanks Dan on his new Minecraft series. He got a resource pack that makes all the mobs, unfortunately not us. Well, I have some arrows inside my neck. Anyway, unfortunately not us, but all the mobs have some animations. So, that creeper, for example, if he's going to move, I hope he's going to move. You can see his idle animation. He's idling right now. We want him to move. I don't want to get too close. Actually, if I get close, then we get the movement, but then he comes straight at me, and I don't want that. He's thinking about turning. Wow. Jeez. Well, another time, we'll show you what the creeper action does. That might actually be a thing on stream. You can tell that this guy, he's trying to climb. Okay. Yeah, the ping's not great, and we'll talk about that as well. Oh, you may see Karen's dog doing the animation. Anyway, so yeah, this is my new house. Now, obviously gonna tour this, but before we tour, I need to show a little something first. A little something to kind of, you know, just to explain a little thing right here. This is my video editor, DaVinci Resolve. I recently switched DaVinci Resolve not too long ago because two reasons. A, I kind of got tired of how I process my videos and composite those with Adobe Premiere Elements, and B, because of the whole deal with Adobe's new terms of service of it being so wild and everything like that. While I do not pay for Adobe Creative Cloud services, I have used it before when I had a 1 free month trial, thanks for ASUS. But ever since then, I have never, ever continued using Adobe Creative Cloud services. Since then, I only used it one time, Elements, to make the overlay you see in my videos now, and Premiere Elements, well, not Elements to make the overlay, but After Effects. There we go. After Effects is what I used to make the overlay. Premiere Elements is what I done the whole almost 1 hour Fleet of Facility video I done, which was me basically playing King while he was live, and I done those rounds and everything like that. But I got to the point where I got tired of having to use Elements. While Elements is a great editor, it's a great simple editor. If you're looking for a great simple editor that you don't have to pay a subscription fee, you only pay either between it's $100, or if you get it good enough where you get it on sale where you can save some money, like 20% or something like that. Sometimes you might be able to get it for like $69.99, which is actually I think what I got it for at the time. But the problem for me using it is how I composite my recordings. Is I have them set to where, well, I have the two layers here. I have the one layer as my face cam, which is a full 920 by 1080 itself, and then the whatever I'm showing on screen, that is the other 920 by 1080. Now in Elements, I could work with that. I could have that footage separated, scale, the whole 9 yards. That's not the problem though. The problem is I do not have the ability to select individual audio tracks in that one video file. So when I record my footages, I have 6 audio tracks. While I don't use all 6 of them, I actually use 1 through 4. 5 and 6 I just have as open. Audio track 1 is this microphone right here. This is what I speak with. And audio track 2 becomes anything gameplay related on the computer. So like Roblox, Minecraft Bedrock, Minecraft Java, Scrap Mechanic, Raft, the whole 9 yards, you name it. That's what that track is purposes for. And then audio track 3's purposes, my capture box. So if I get on play a good old Minecraft Xbox 360, that's where that track comes into play. And then audio track 4 is my voice call VCs, which they can be a little bit of hit and miss. And like I said, audio track 5 and 6 are my spared audio tracks. I do this so that way when I'm in editing process, so say my vocals is too loud, but the game vocals are perfect, I can lower my mic vocals, which usually right now, it's always I have to hire my vocals just for to hear me in like recordings. So that was something I couldn't do in Elements, and so I had to go through the whole entire process of using my old video editor, which is VSDC, where I had to export my face cam as its own video file with the microphone attached to it, and then whatever gameplay I was doing or screen, I would have to export that as its own video file with audio. And if I had any audio tracks that, like say VC for example, I would have to export that in Audacity. That's taken too much of my time just to put together a video editor, or not a video, but edit a video at least, just to get one out. So while Premiere Elements is great, if you don't do the setup like I'm doing right now, or at least you have some sort of setup where it records your video and it records all your audio tracks as individual files, Elements is a great editor. It's a basic, pretty much a Premiere Pro. It's not the advanced as Premiere Pro. You'll get a lot more stuff with Premiere Pro, but if you really are wanting to try out Elements, that's a course. I don't think Elements is, really too much in with the terms of services, but if you want to try it, you can. But I got to the point where I got done using it, and so I switched to DaVinci Resolve. And this is actually the first edit I've done with DaVinci Resolve, and this edit right here is me doing the whole process of building that house. The problem is this ended up being quite a long video, as you can see right here. It became quite a very long video indeed. And you want to know how long? Yeah, that's how long. 7 hours, actually no, 6 hours, 55 minutes and 23 seconds. Now you're probably wondering, why does that say 7 instead of 6? Well, the timeline on this is messed up. Again, DaVinci is not the best right now. This is like the best secondary editor out there. And so yeah, I would have took the time to upload this, but the problem is every time I kept trying to export this project, it would always lock up on a time point. So I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm done trying to export this project. I have spent too long on this, and this is my fault, and my apologies for saying, I should have not have done this project video format. I should have done it stream format. So I apologize for not, being very active with the channel, and this was why, was because I was trying to work on this, and so I take blame for that. That's my fault. So because I cannot use this, because I've tried, like I said, I've tried to export this, I've tried everything, it just keeps locking up. So I got to the point where I'm like, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to close the book on it, and that's it. So I was actually planning on recording this video anyway, of a shorter version of the tour of the house. Just that edit you saw there would have been like a bonus if you really wanted to spend 6 hours of your time. But let's be real, I think it was the best anyway for the decision I just made to cancel that edit, or even cancel trying to get that video edit out. So without further ado, let's switch back to the house. But before we do, let's do a little bit of rollback in time to see, because obviously I wouldn't do this unless I got someone else's opinion. And honestly, we're not even gonna roll that footage because that footage was a little bit of a nightmare. But basically, on a certain point of a date, I gotta get that date because I don't remember the date because my mind just did not think about it. So excuse me. Here we go. We have the date right here. On, let's see here, February 13, 2024 at 7:11 p.m. Central Standard Time, I talked with Karen to see how she felt about this. Now, in that conversation, she kind of latched onto me saying that I was planning on moving, which honestly, yes, I wanted to do this, but I wanted her input. So honestly, though, I think she is happy with this because her land's a little bit bigger size than mine, but we'll show that off while we go ahead and transition back to the house. All right, so let's begin the tour. Now, on this tour, I'm going to explain the whole details of things on what I've done in this house. I'm also going to kind of explain some details on some mods we've added, some mods we have removed. So, first things first, this is the entranceway. Now, I will tell you this, I don't have a doorbell yet. That is gonna be, I'm gonna work on that on stream. So we're gonna work on the stream together to get a doorbell going. And thankfully, I know how we're gonna work with this doorbell. So anyway, we come inside. This is the inside. Now you may notice there's a lot of open space. Now over time, I'm gonna see about figuring out like some good ways to do some decors, something where we can put stuff everywhere that have decorations that don't seem out of place. So this is the front door. We have these light blue ceiling lamps. This is the Macquarie's. This guy's doors and trapdoors. It's basically this guy's, but he has lights and lamps. So we have these light blues right here, okay? And there's a stone button. Now, with going into free cam, we're gonna go in free cam. So you may notice that there's this guy right here. Unfortunately, because okay, here we go. This is called the T flip flop. It is basically a toggle switch, but button format. So I can press a button and automatically will toggle this on and off. Basically, that's what this is. So this basically, oops. This basically just turns on and off these lights. I love this. It's a nice feature. Now, not all of these lights are with this switch or the switch that's all the way over there. So, certain areas of this house have its own light switch, like the kitchen. Speaking of the kitchen, let's talk about the kitchen. So the kitchen here, we have the light blue modern table by this guy right here. We also have the light blue modern chairs, same person. And then we have the light blue cabinet drawers. We also have, well, the pull-out drawers, and then the cabinet drawers, or not drawers, but the cabinet tops. Basically, the modern kitchen drawers, and then we have the freaking modern cabinets. There we go. We also have this new mod that tells us our ping in megs, so this helps for anyone that has any terrible internet. Yeah. Hopefully by in the summer that might change. Anyway, we have a crafting table here. I know this seems out of place. It does, but I don't know any other item that will act like a crafting table that allows you to craft food. So this is what I could muster up. We have the brewer here, which is, this brewer is by the add-ons. Come on. Oh, dude, this is not good. Oh yeah, my meg's not good, so we're gonna have fun recording this. Anyway, the brewer, this is by the add-on. And then we have, you may notice, 2 black fridges and 2 white fridges. These fridges are by Mr. Crayfish. This is the only thing we have crayfish, unfortunately. Yeah, I think, yeah, because these are just add-ons, right? These are add-on cabinets. Yes, so this is the only thing I have in crayfish, which really, when I was building this house, it was such a really disappointment. Actually, we have a couple of things that are in crayfish, but still, there was not a whole lot of that caught my interest for crayfish. So I was really disappointed. Anyway, so this fridge right here storages my cooked fish. Now, you're probably wondering, what's this? This is a freezer portion, and while I have not messed with this, I think this allows you to freeze cooked stuff. I don't know. I think that's what this does. I have not messed with it. Anyway, so that's where we keep the, you know, the cooked stuff. We don't keep anything in these drawers. I think that one of these drawers we do keep something. I don't remember which drawer. Yeah, this drawer. This drawer has a frying pan, which I don't know if I'm going to use, but I made it. We do keep stuff in these cabinets. So we have wheat and sugar in this cabinet. In this cabinet, I think I had like buckets. Yep, I got buckets in that one. I have all fruits and vegetables in this one. So I have apples, oranges, which I don't remember how I got the oranges, potatoes, sweet berries, and then this one has nothing. This one may or may not. It might be the next one. It's okay. It's this one. Unless this one's the next one. Okay, yes, this one. So this one has the mugs. This is for the brewer, aka the coffee maker or anything like that. I have not messed with this thing, but it's cool. We have the air oven rain rack or whatever, air vent, whatever you want to call this thing. This is the dark. You can interact with this, which turns on and off the sea lantern. We have an actual oven, and this thing does work. You can cook with this thing. This thing is cool. We have a toaster. Unfortunately, this is just an aesthetics piece, and a microwave. Which why is there sand? Don't ask me. Don't ask future me. Ask past me when he was building the house. But yes. Now, this black fridge right here storages random stuff. Mainly right now, meat stuff that's cooked and eggs. This one right here is actually my freezer. The white ones are my freezers. The black ones are my fridge. So this one stores all the cold meat stuff. And then this one right here just storages all the fish that's not cooked. And then we have more cabinets right here that have nothing in them. We have a sink right here, which you can put water in. I don't know the full-on purpose for this, but I have added water. I also added this. Now you're probably wondering, why in the heck would you add this? Great question. Hear me out. If you're a cook, which I am not the best cook, you have a pan. Say you were cooking, I don't know, like macaroni. You pour the macaroni down. Oh, I forgot what they call it. It basically lets water go through the holes, but not the food. You're gonna have that. You put that off the side. You put the pan in the sink. Put cold water in it to cool the pan down. To cool the pan down quick. What do you get? Steam. And that's where this comes into play, because this can collect that steam. That was the idea behind this. Now, I am thinking maybe in the future redoing the windows, because I have the ability where I can make these windows look better in a way. Not by a long shot, but I can make them look better. But the thing about these windows is, these ones you can open and close. But there's another set I have in the house, and we'll get to those later. In the corner as well, there's also a button, and that just basically toggles these two lights right here. So like I said, each room has their own individual lights. I wanted to have it as an individual, their own individual lights. That way one does not control all, it just controls what is essentially the hallway. So that was the idea behind that. Okay, we come inside the living room. And this really has not changed. This is the living room that came from the old house, just here. Only change, I might say, is we have an updated version of the projector mod, or water frames as it's called. And then we have a switch right there for the lights right here. Here's the windows right here. We come on this side. This is the difference right here, these windows. So these windows don't open or close. But you can use a tool, which I actually have still in my backpack, called the window hammer. And this tool allows you to change the whole design of the window frame. You can change the frame of the window of how the frame's positioned. So say, as you can see right here, I have the two frames on top, 2 frames on the bottom for each side. I don't have the 2 side frames because they're connected to the actual windows that open and close. Living room, like I said, it doesn't really have much. And if you're curious on whose dog this is, well, the sleep animation, that is cool. This is Karen's dog. She hasn't hopped on to relocate it because she's having some issues with her Minecraft. It's not a Minecraft issue, it's a computer issue. RIP. Hopefully she'll have something better improvement in the future, but carry on. We're not going to talk about that. Especially don't want to talk about that. Anyway, we come in here. Obviously, this is my bathroom. You know, obviously the bathroom. We got an actual shower, which unfortunately this tap is just for show. It doesn't work. I was disappointed, but hey, still, it's very cool. We have the windows right here, which these are the actual, whatever the blinds you call these. You can actually use these blinds. So you can shift and right click, which will automatically open and close the blind, or you can just click on it and it tilts the blind thing. Very cool. Obviously, la toilet, not kitchen, but the sink. And then we have these shelves here. I added some shelves. I was trying to make some shelves for the aesthetics, and this is actually a different furniture mod I added. This is called the Builder's Crafts and Additions mod. Yeah. And then we have a button right there for the lights for this room. Going this way, this room right here is just an aesthetics room. This is my laundry room, and this laundry room, like I said, it's just for the aesthetics. So you may notice that these say dishwasher. They do. There's really not an actual furniture mod out there that presents washer and dryers. So dishwashers was my next best thing, and so I try to make a stack up washer and dryer. While it is not perfect, it is not my best work. it's okay. And if you're curious on what this is, which this is a light blue concrete wall, so like the stone walls, but this is blue and it's obviously concrete. This is like a little deal where you can hang your clothes on hangers. That's what this is. And then the compost are basically the baskets. So that is the laundry room. And obviously there's a switch right there for the 2 lights. Next is my fireplace. This is not the best of my work, but it's okay. I have the 2, maybe 3 lights right here. Maybe it's 2. Don't know why I have that one there. Interesting. But anyway, this fireplace has got the similarity design over there, except for we have the light blue modern coffer table with glass slabs. Yeah, and obviously that explains where this mod's from. I think, okay, yeah, the brick walls is from the Buildercraft editions, but the glass is from this one with a bunch of campfires, because campfires just, they have that smoke effect. I could have done netherrack and fire, but I like the campfires more. I might change it to actual fire, but I like the campfires more because they actually have that log burn touch. Now, if anyone was to actually ask the question, where does the smoke go? Because there's if you were paying attention much, I don't think there was a good viewpoint. You may have noticed there's no chimney, and yeah, there is no chimney. Also, the rudders actually do drip out water. It's a really cool touch, and we'll go up there in a bit. So if we come back here, you may notice that there's these are called the dice block. They actually look different on the numbers on every other side, but to here it's a 5, and the 5s, I mainly went with this because of the holes in them. So this has a ventilation touch to it. That was the idea for that, was to have a ventilation touch, because I wanted to have something where the ventilation was to, be sure that the smoke actually, travels. So if you was to look through here, which you can't, but I would go in free cam. I'm not going to, because I bet you it's not going to look pretty, because because it looks all different right here, because you have a 2 in a different way, a 2 again, a 2. It's all face weird. So the point is the view perfect aesthetics from the outside, not the inside where you can see it. But now you've seen it, you know how it looks. Anyway, this is my dining room table. There's really not much to it other than the fact it's got the same table, same chairs for the kitchen, except for it's got these plates. This is from the Kitchen Curry, which is another mod we added. So yeah. Anyway, if you stand right here in the middle, this is the elevator. When I decided to build this house, I'm like, I don't want to do stairs. I don't want to do ladders. I want to steer away for those, because those take room. So we brought in this elevator mod, and this will take us up to the arcade, the man cave. So we have arcade machines right here. Now these are actual, oops, went too high. We'll talk about that last floor in a bit. Anyway, these are actually supposed to be actual arcade, well, not arcade, but actual games. So like you have pool right there and air hockey, but the problem is Discord made a regulation change, and I hate it. They changed it to where media links expire every 24 hours and you have to regenerate a new link. It sucks. So I haven't come up with a newer way to have these presented, because it would automatically just play the GIFs, which that's what I wanted these set to, and it would show the image and just keep looping it. Basically, these are basically aesthetic pieces, that's all these are. However, on the arcade machines, you can actually play these. So if I want to play Snake, which all these wooden ones with the wooden bezels are Snake, but all these other ones have different ones. So this one has Tetris, this one has Snake, this one has Puyo Puyo. Okay, that's another wooden one. This one has Scampan. This one has 2048. This one has whatever that is. So on that site is basically a second set of every game I've said on this, except for it's all mixed into different machines. All the wooden ones, which I think I tried to change the whole wooden bezels of how they were placed, they all do have They do have a snake on them, but there's just, different placement on the wooden bezels. Now for the lights, I decided to go with the black themed lights for the arcade. This is the only button that will turn them on and off. And actually, I want to quickly kind of get a little sneak up here really quick. I don't think I have any other redstone percent. Now the redstone you may have just seen there, we'll talk about that in a bit. I don't think I've done any other changes because all these lights right here are these other rooms. Anyway, going on. We come in here. This is my office. So in the back, you may notice you see this thing, and you may have seen it in the next room. We'll talk about it in this room, and then it explains it for the next room. But if we come over here, I have a massive green screen. I have these lights, which I could probably change these to green, but I'm not going to because it doesn't make sense. I need to have that light for these to shine. And obviously you may notice the hanging lights right here, but then we come in here. This is my office. So there's a screen right here. It's just black. There's nothing on it right now, and I didn't really prepare to actually place something, but there might be something still there. If it's not copyright, we can play. But anyway, I have the same furniture you've seen downstairs with the table and the chairs, except for in black theme. I have a gaming keyboard right here, which has got the RGB aesthetics, which is a 95% keyboard, not a full-on keyboard. It's freaking missing the arrows, the scroll lock, pause, print screen, insert, home, page up, page down, in, delete, and then all the arrows. So it's a 95% gaming keyboard with a microphone. Unfortunately, I don't have an actual microphone stand like mine. You can interact with this. This just has light saying if it's muted or not. You can obviously turn on and off the RGB. I have these lamps right here, which I can automatically easily turn on and off. And I also have these ring lights up here as well. I can turn on and off. Now, if I go behind the green screen, you may notice you see a freaking wool slab. I just need to, here we go. Select projector. I have a video. It's not the video I want to play, but it'll work. But anyways, you can see it's right there now. That's not the one I want to play, but we'll roll with it. But as you can see, it is fitting on my screen. So there's that. Okay? That switch, or that, not switch, but that button and that button, and we come all the way over there, that button will turn off all of the green, lime, ceiling lamps, and these redstone lamps right here. It will not kill the ring ones or these, because these are not connected to the power. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention, the gaming PC itself. Speaking of gaming PC, I've done some little upgrades to mine. We're not completely to the satisfaction of my upgrades, but we're getting there. Anyway, continuing on. And this is my next favorite room, mainly because of what it has. This right here is my console gaming room. The first thing is this thing. I love this thing. This thing right here is like the carpet of me, but live by sub count. So I can walk on this thing and it will show my sub. This is obviously the web display mod. Now, if you're an OG Minecraft player, you may have heard of this mod before. Surprisingly, it's still being supportive to this day. So I brought this mod in, and this might also partially be the issue for our low-end users. So sorry, but not sorry. I couldn't resist. So in technicality, yes, we do actually have 2 players, but Waterframes is only limited to play certain video services and also certain music services. So like this can play YouTube, this can play Twitch, this can play SoundCloud, but it can't play like it can't play YouTube clips. It cannot play Spotify. But if you use something like this can do everything, like web browsers, you name it, it can do it. Although I don't know how much I will do on this. So there's that. Anyway, continuing on, this is obviously the gaming setup right here. This is the area. It's black sofa with the black table. Now under it is 2 microphones. The reason for this is because I built this setup even, and so having a microphone is just gonna be odd. That's just what you do. You deal with this in Minecraft. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put the microphones down there, and people have questioned it, but it is what it is. Anyway, we have the knockoff Xbox Series X. We used to have a controller, but I changed it to this remote control. So if you like the old Philips or something like that, the DVDs sometimes have the games you can use your DVD remote. We changed to that. We used to have the controller from CCTV Craft. Unfortunately, though, we decided to got rid of that mod because it was just not as good, and Security Craft has been doing better. Speaking of Security Craft, I have done some changes as well, but we'll talk about those at that time, not now, because that's not what this video is about. Anyway, but yeah, this is my console gaming room. I love this. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of this and maybe changing it to a web display mod. I don't know yet. I want to keep both of the mods because you can get some advantages with web display, especially now since we've updated it. We have so much more stuff we can get. So like, if I was to scroll, I gotta find this, and you can also see we have so much more now than we used to. But if I was to go, I don't want to scroll, even though I'm running on a new graphics card. I still don't want to take the risk, especially how far I've gotten into this. I don't want to change the risk. But anyway, we obviously have the frame, which we're familiar with, and the projector, but we now have a television and a big television and the remote control, which will work with these. So we have more abilities and stuff now with that mod. But anyway, this is obviously the man cave arcade / my office / my gaming console room. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, we're gonna go up next on this elevator, right? Wrong! We're actually going to come this way into the corner right here to this one. This right here is my room, which is security padlocked to where only me and someone else. And if you think that someone else is King of Bricks, nah, it's not him. So this is my room right here, and it's a big room. And again, this is where another deal where I'm gonna figure out what else I could add on to this room for designs. I just haven't gotten that far. So we have the OG bed from the old house with a little bit of a change. New lanterns and new lights. As you may notice, there's a bunch of other color lights. Now with this, I had to do a little bit of work here because this was tight touch redstone. So we have another mod called the Easy Redstone Extras mod. So there's actually 2 extra redstone mods I've added. I added the Easy Redstone Extras mod, and then I added the additional redstones mod. So this easy redstone extra mod basically gives you the ability where you can set up redstone where it doesn't tether under another redstone line. So as you can see right here, I have this redstone bender. It basically rotates the single in a certain degree, causing this actual wire right here not to connect. This is a lifesaver, and it's really going to be a lifesaver with wiring redstone the way redstone should be, where it doesn't tether together. You can actually have individual wires running next to each other. You don't have to worry about them tethering together as long as you're using this kind of stuff. So it's very simple. We have let's see here. We have the power comes from here, and again it uses a flippy flop. Comes down here, it turns on. So right now it's off, so this redstone torch is on, which automatically lights up both of those. And then it rotates around, and then it just turns again, turns on that one. And it rotates here. And this is where it really gets a little clutch. We have these, which will prevent touching this connection of the lights downstairs. So it automatically, does the little there. It splits it, turns it, and then it automatically divides it while continuing. And that's a lifesaver. And it just does the same thing from there. And it just basically when it's on, it knows that, hey, we need to turn off the redstone torches, turn the lights off. And if it's off, hey, we need to turn the redstone lights on. This thing was very useful, and it actually came very useful for the lighting for in that room we were just in, the lighting right here. And I think I've done all my wiring like this because I was like, I like this. This is just more professional. And it's very useful. And this actually came in use for the doorbell, which we'll get involved with that later. Coming back here. Obviously, I have new beds with purple hearts. There's a reason behind it. I'm not gonna explain it, but there's a reason. We're gonna go ahead and take a snooze so that way it's daytime. And then we come in here, we got some portraits. We obviously have my YouTube portrait with my updated logo and the outdated banner. I really need to start producing merch. I really need to start producing merch. Obviously anime, but not just anime. Anime with some freaking GPUs. And obviously we do have the white redstone lights there to get that white touch. This right here is my closet. I took some inspirational search online. This is gonna be a mirror. I just haven't installed the mirror, but I have these cabinets right here, which are like drawers. I have armor stands where I can hang up clothing if I want to, which I don't know how much relevant I'm going to use that. Very useful. We have a Roblox picture of me and Karen with my OG car design in the background, that the good old 2008 Chevy Tahoe, with my anime figure picture on the side. We have my own fireplace, and I actually did do the netherite fire touch on that, and there is orange vents up there too that collects the fire. And then we have the Minecraft of Karen's skin, and again redstone lamps. And then this inner chest here is just here for now. I haven't dealt with this. This is going to get put in a different spot later, but for now this just has all my good armor. Man, that was a lot of progress that took for that to get that done. If you want to watch that video, it's going to be in the eye as well. And then lastly but not least, I took the dedication to give me something that I don't have, or I didn't have in my own house. Well, I did, but didn't have another. My own bathroom. Wait, what? Why do I have two toilets? God dang it, the freaking plumber misunderstood. Wait, I am that idiot that done it. Alright, well, this is gonna get fixed. This will get fixed in short order. I cannot believe I don't. Wow. Okay, let's pause right here. Story time. While I mentioned a while back that I done a process of this whole entire edit of building this house, the problem is I got to the point in that time of trying to produce that recording and footage and everything like that, I got sick. Well, not really sick, but I had drainage, I had a runny nose, sore throat, so I was not in the best condition to record. But I was like to myself, you know, I do not want this preventing me just to get this done. I need to get this done. Well, that did not turn out great. So I probably, you know, just didn't realize at the time and everything like that. So I will get it fixed. It's just, it will take a bit. But anyway, but yeah, this is my room. Again, we're just going to have to do a little bit of decor decorations to get it nicer. And also, like I said, there's a light switch right here. This turns on and off those lights. And then if I want to turn on my lights, I got a switch there. I have a switch there. I don't know if I don't have a switch here because of how much room. So I have to kind of go all the way over here to turn those switches on and off. But if you think about it, if I have these lights, it's nice. So can't complain there. So anyway, now the final room. There's two ways we can get to this final room. We're just going to take this one. So the elevator on the arcade actually jumps to this floor. There's actually this one or the one over there. Right now, this is just storaging all of my stuff from the old house. And it's a mess. I will agree. It's a mess. And this is not going to stay like this. So while my old house had an underground storage and all that, this one does not yet. But that will be till next time when we start streaming. So if we come over here, here is my doorbell. If I was to press this button, that's basically my doorbell, and that's what we're going to be installing. This is called the sound player. This is a mod by Minify. Now the problem with this Minify is you have to have FFmpeg to use this. Now, the last time I tried to provide FFmpeg to the SMP community, Discord was sus of the file, and I'm like, oh great. So I could not provide the file. So if anyone is familiar with replay mod, you obviously should know about FFmpeg. And speaking of replay mod, I don't know if anyone knows, but if anyone does, well, hold on a minute. Let me just bring down the specs I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that is exactly like Replay Mod, where I can just come in, do my daily diaries, whatnot, but let me record. And so when I get done doing what I'm doing here live, I can go back and edit my camera frames and all that stuff. I love Replay Mod for that. Replay Mod's great. Now, while I have this mod right here, Free Cam, and then I have, I think I have CDM or whatever it's called, the problem with these mods is the actions have to be done live in game while you're doing your work. I don't like that because that is more of a struggle for me to put together a good cine photography production. So if anyone knows of a mod that is just like Replay Mod, that does the same stuff as Replay Mod, heck, even better, that is available for Forge, let me know in the comment section below, because Replay Mod, while it was a good mod, like they started producing it for Forge, but then they got to the point where they just only produced it for Fabric. I would love to either at least just see that mod come back for Forge or something better, because I don't want to do my camera shots and everything live. I'd rather do that in reruns. That way it's so much easier. I don't have to worry about the camera stuff until I get done doing the main thing, then switching over to do the camera stuff. So, yeah. If anyone, like I said, knows anything, let me know. But till then, yeah. This is pretty much the house tour. Now, as you may notice that we got a lot of mods. So, we go from here. From here, we start with the elevators. That was the first additional mod we added. We added the same person that makes the doors and trapdoors windows. They also have these as well. Curtains, all that. We also added their bridge mod. I have not used this, but that is a thing. And then we added their furniture mod as well. They had a furniture mod, and I don't remember why I added it. I think it's because I used something in it. I don't know. We added their lights mod, which was a good selection of mods. We added their roofs mod. Speaking of roof, we're not done just yet. We need to quickly show you the roof. Now, for this, I'm going to be honest. We're going to cheat. Just for this once. We're going to teleport to the top of my house. Now, while you're thinking, oh, that's squares and everything like that, that doesn't look great. And you're right, it doesn't, but that's going to be at the top of the roof. Only anyone that flies into my property will see it. But anyway, we have their roofs here. So we have their roofs, which is basically like stairs, but it looks more like a roof. When I was deciding to build this house, I'm like, since we're modded, I want to go big with the mods. So we have this. We have the gutters. So I have all the gutters installed. I have all the gutters. The gutters collect all the water. This was a nice little additional piece. Okay, that's the front of the house. Wait. No, that's not. Why is that crafting table there? I don't remember putting that crafting table there. Interesting. Well, I'll investigate that later. But anyway, yeah. So we got the roofs and the gutters in that same person's mod as well. Okay, we're gonna teleport down safely. So yeah, we got the roofs and we got the gutters. I seen these and I'm like, Canis Lupus needs to get these. So we got that, and then we obviously got Minify, and then we got other blocks, which gives you a wide range of blocks. While this is the only block that we are not allowed to use because of the glitch UI. And this had its more stuff, and you'll see these in action around the Young Life Township. So we added other blocks mod to the mods. Then we added Kitchen Curry to the mod, which just gives you more food. We added, like I said, okay, we added Handcraft as well. We added Handcraft's Furniture mod, which is another little mod. And Handcraft actually had a lot more stuff right there. Then we also added Buildercraft Editions, which you've seen that. Still Buildercraft Edition. And then, let's see, what else did we add? We added these, which is, like frames and stuff. I have not had no use for these, but this is something we've added so we can kind of make some interesting, weird things. So it's kind of like you can make, like, signs maybe out of this. I don't know. But we added those. There's more stuff in this mod. And then we also added better minecarts. Now this mod may get removed, maybe for a better replacement. I don't know yet because it's kind of a finicky mod. This also might be the culprit of our low-end players having problems getting playing into the SMP. Like I said, we also added the additional redstones mod, which this gives you a weird variety of redstone stuff. A lot of electrical variables and stuff that comes into this mod. We also added the redstone lamps plus mod, and then like I said, the easy redstone extras mod. And we also added, well, not just web displays, we added easy NPCs, and this might get used for maybe some series and stuff, I don't know. And then like I said, web display mod. So we removed it. We removed CCTV crash. There was another one I had added, and we removed simple or whatever. It was in my my 1.18 point whatever mod pack that had the signs and all that. It had the rope. Forgot what mod that was. We had to remove that one. It was a great mod. The problem is, because we offer op5 for our SMP members, they didn't like to communicate to each other, so we had to get rid of it. So yeah, and this is pretty much the house. There's really not much else to it. So yeah, this is pretty much it right here. This is it, pretty much it. So coming back to streaming this, which I'm excited to stream this, we'll continue working on this property, because what my plan is, we're going to move everything you see right here. Well, some of this is going to get destroyed and get rebuilt, but that's going to get destroyed and rebuilt. But we're going to move that. We're going to move that. That's going to get destroyed. That's obviously going to get moved. This is going to get destroyed. We're basically moving everything in mind from this land all the way over to this land right here. Also, as you can see right here, the iron farms right there, that's going to get moved too. My storage is showing here, but it's not here. Trust me, it's not here. I just don't know why. Oh, it's because I'm inside the house. The map thing is not great. So if I come outside now, if I come outside, you see it's gone. Concrete machines right here too. This will get moved too. As you can see right here, this looks better now. Apparently there's some action that happened there. I don't know what happened there, but it's getting removed anyway. And while yes, I'm moving, Karen is too, and her land is actually right here. It's a little bit smaller than mine by a little bit between the width and height, but she's still gonna have a big land. So her land is going to go too. Now, what's going to happen to both of our lands, you may ask? They are going to get completely destroyed, bare bone to water. Now, the question everybody's asking that I may have not have answered in the beginning, and if that was the case, I am sorry. What made me decide to move? While I did enjoy my land, Karen had enjoyed her land while it was not the best. The problem is, I don't know how much she probably had not had to reduce much, but I've had to reduce my land for Canis Lupus and a little bit of kin to give them more land to work with their land. And their land is great. They got a lot going on. But the more I had to reduce that, the less that gave me. And because of me being in the middle of a sandwich between King's Castle, aka his house, which that might change. I don't know yet. That might change. I don't know what he's got planned for that, but that might change. And then Canis Lupus being in the bottom, and me being in the sandwich, it didn't cut it. There was not enough room in the middle of the sandwich. So moving over here was the best play ever. This just, like I said, this gave me so much more land. I can do so much more here. So I'm very, very excited to, do this land. So once everything is done, these barriers are gone. Bye-bye. They're just here for temporary uses. But for now, this is the start of the house. And now that I have some sort of video of this, we'll continue doing this all on stream. But for those that had stick around for a long time, even though I did not do a lot of content on the channel, and again, I apologize. I explained what was going on and the disappointment within that. I appreciate everyone that did stick around for the patience and everything like that. And I apologize that I could not deliver the massive time and effort that I put into that video to the public. But honestly, I'm glad I didn't, because at the same time, I'm sure nobody would want to have spent at least about 6 to 7 hours of their time to watch it. And plus, it just made things go so much smoother having it all on a separate platform. So then, this is pretty much it. So if you guys did enjoy this video and you are excited to see what I have upcoming for this project or the Young Life SMP, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. If you did enjoy this particular video, make sure you give it a like. Apart from that, I've been your host, Jpdminecart. You all been the audience, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.